Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have an innate sense of the world that goes beyond the physical? They may be highly spiritual individuals. Today, we are delving into the realm of these unique individuals and their extraordinary perspectives. It's a realm where the material and the immaterial intertwine, where the seen and unseen converse, and where intuition is as significant as logic. Spirituality, in its essence, is a complex and nuanced concept. It's an intimate dance between the soul and the universe, a silent conversation between the heart and the cosmos. And those who are highly spiritual, they dance this dance with an elegance and depth that is unparalleled. In this video, we will embark on an enlightening journey to understand the unique perspectives of highly spiritual people, exploring their distinct ways of perceiving and interacting with the universe. So, stay with us on this enlightening journey, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Your support means the world to us. Before we dive into our topic, it's crucial to understand what spirituality means. Spirituality is a broad concept with many perspectives, often perceived as a journey towards self-discovery and self-improvement. It typically involves a sense of connection to something bigger than ourselves, and it usually involves a search for meaning in life. As such, it's a universal human experience, something that touches us all. However, spirituality is profoundly personal. For some, it's about participating in organized religion, going to church, synagogue, a mosque, and so on. For others, it's more personal. Some people get in touch with their spiritual side through private prayer, yoga, quiet reflection, or even long walks in nature. The beauty of spirituality is that it is not tied down to any one belief system or set of rules. It's fluid, flexible, and as unique as each one of us. Its essence lies in its subjective nature. What might be a spiritual experience for one person might not hold the same significance for another. One person may find deep spiritual connection in the quiet serenity of a sunset, while another may find the same connection in the pages of a good book. Spirituality is as diverse as the people who experience it, and no two spiritual journeys are the same. It's important to understand that spirituality goes beyond religious beliefs. While religion usually promotes a specific set of beliefs and practices, spirituality is more about the individual's personal relationship with the universe, the divine, or however they perceive the higher power. Spirituality is about finding your own path, your own truth. It's about questioning, exploring, and seeking answers. It's about understanding your place in the world and finding peace, purpose, and meaning in that understanding. But spirituality is also about connection. It's about feeling a part of something bigger, something beyond our individual selves. It's about feeling a deep sense of unity with all living beings, with nature, with the universe. And there's another important aspect of spirituality. It's about growth. Spiritual growth doesn't necessarily mean becoming more religious. Instead, it's about becoming more in tune with yourself, with others, and with the world around you. It's about learning, evolving, and striving to become the best version of yourself. Spirituality is not about achieving perfection, but about embracing imperfection. It's about recognizing our flaws, our mistakes, our failures, and learning from them. It's about finding beauty and wisdom in our imperfections and using them as stepping stones on our path to growth and self-improvement. In essence, spirituality is a journey of self-discovery, self-improvement, and self-transcendence. It's a journey that takes us beyond our individual selves, beyond our physical world, and into a realm of deeper understanding and connection. With this understanding of spirituality, we can now explore the unique world of highly spiritual people. Highly spiritual people have a unique and profound connection to the universe. When we speak about spirituality, we're not necessarily talking about religion or belief in a higher power, although that can certainly be part of it. Rather, we're talking about a deep sense of interconnectedness, a feeling that we're all part of something much larger than ourselves. This is a sentiment that is especially strong among highly spiritual people. Picture, if you will, a vast shimmering web. Each point of light is a life, a soul, and each one is connected by threads of energy to every other. This is often how highly spiritual people perceive the universe. They feel their own point of light, their own energy. and they sense the myriad connections that link them to everything else. This connection goes beyond the physical realities of our daily lives. It transcends the tangible, the things we can touch, see, and measure. Instead, it taps into unseen energies and forces. It touches on the mysteries of life, the cosmos, and consciousness itself. Highly spiritual people often report feeling a deep bond with nature, with the earth, and with the cosmos. This isn't just about enjoying a beautiful sunset or appreciating the beauty of a forest. It's about feeling a kinship with all of life, a sense of unity with all things. They see themselves not as separate entities, but as integral parts of the universe. We're all made of the same stuff, after all. The same elements that make up the stars in the sky also make up our bodies. In a very real sense, we are the universe experiencing itself. This profound connection to the universe often manifests itself in a deep sense of empathy and compassion for others. After all, if we're all connected, then the suffering of one is the suffering of all. This leads many highly spiritual people to seek ways to alleviate suffering and promote peace, both in their own lives and in the world at large. This connection to the universe also gives them a strong sense of purpose and direction. They often feel guided by something larger than themselves, whether they call it the universe, the divine, or simply the flow of life. This guidance can take many forms, from a simple inner knowing to powerful visions or dreams. Of course, this connection isn't always easy. It can be overwhelming to feel so deeply, to be so attuned to the energies and emotions of others. It can also be challenging to navigate a world that often values material success over spiritual growth. But despite these challenges, highly spiritual people wouldn't trade their deep connection to the universe for anything. They understand that this connection is a gift, a source of wisdom and strength. It guides them, nurtures them, and helps them navigate the ups and downs of life. It provides a sense of peace and fulfillment that material possessions can't match. This deep connection to the universe is just one aspect that makes highly spiritual people unique. There's so much more to explore, so much more to understand. But for now, let's take a moment to appreciate the beauty and complexity of this connection. Let's celebrate the wisdom, compassion, and depth of understanding that it brings. And let's strive to cultivate our own connection to the universe in whatever way feels most authentic to us. Highly spiritual people have a unique and profound connection to the universe. This deep connection to the universe is just one aspect that makes highly spiritual people unique. Empathy and compassion are not just emotions. They are ways of life for highly spiritual people. Indeed, the core of spirituality often revolves around the concepts of empathy and compassion. These two elements are not just fleeting feelings that come and go. Rather, they are deeply ingrained qualities that highly spiritual individuals cherish and practice consistently. A highly spiritual person often possesses a heightened level of empathy. This is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, to step into their shoes, and view the world from their perspective. It's a profound connection that transcends mere sympathy, allowing them to really feel what others are experiencing, whether it's joy, pain, or anything in between. Empathy, for these individuals, is not merely an emotional response. It's a spiritual journey, a bridge that connects them to the hearts and minds of others. It's a guiding principle that shapes their interactions and relationships. It's an open door to a world where they are not alone, but rather intimately connected to the vast, diverse tapestry of human experience. Now, let's talk about compassion. If empathy is the understanding of others' feelings, compassion is the desire to alleviate their suffering. It's an active, dynamic force that propels highly spiritual people to reach out, to extend a helping hand, to be a beacon of hope and comfort. It's the heart's response to the pain and suffering witnessed through empathy. Compassion is not a passive emotion for the highly spiritual. It's a call to action, a deep-seated urge to make a difference, to bring about positive change. It's the fuel that drives them to engage in acts of kindness, to contribute to their communities, to strive for a world where love and understanding reign. And let's not forget, empathy and compassion are not just directed towards others. Highly spiritual people also extend these qualities towards themselves. They honor their own feelings, acknowledge their own struggles, and treat themselves with kindness and understanding. This self-compassion is crucial, for it's only when we can be gentle with ourselves that we can truly be gentle with others. This empathetic and compassionate nature of highly spiritual people often leads them to professions and roles where they can serve others. They might be drawn to careers in healthcare, social work, counseling, or any field that allows them to alleviate suffering and bring about healing. But remember, empathy and compassion are not limited to certain professions. They can be practiced in every aspect of life, from how we treat our family and friends, to how we interact with strangers, to how we respond to global issues. There's a beautiful quote by the Dalai Lama that sums up this sentiment perfectly. He said, "If you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion." It's important to note that empathy and compassion are not signs of weakness, but rather expressions of strength. They require courage, resilience, and a deep understanding of the human condition. They require the willingness to feel deeply, to care profoundly, and to act purposefully. In a world that often values detachment and indifference, highly spiritual people choose to stay connected, to stay compassionate, to stay empathetic. They choose to walk in the shoes of others, to share their joys and sorrows, to be a source of comfort and healing. They choose to see beyond the surface, to recognize the inherent worth and dignity of all beings, to honor the interconnectedness of life. This profound empathy and compassion set highly spiritual people apart. They are not mere spectators of life, but active participants, deeply engaged in the grand symphony of human experience. Their empathy and compassion are their compass, guiding them on their spiritual journey, leading them towards a more understanding, more compassionate, more connected world. While many fear solitude, highly spiritual people often seek and appreciate it. In the hustle and bustle of our daily lives, we often forget the value of solitude. The noise of the world around us can sometimes drown out our inner voice. However, for highly spiritual people, solitude is not an enemy but an ally. It's a haven where they retreat to connect with their inner selves and the universe at large. Solitude, the state of being alone, devoid of human interaction, is often perceived negatively in our society. We're taught to be social, to engage with others, to be constantly connected. However, for the highly spiritual, solitude is a treasured time of introspection and self-discovery. In solitude, they find a space where they can communicate with their inner selves without the distractions of the external world. It's a time to reflect, to ponder, to question, and to gain insights about their existence and their connection to the universe. The silence that solitude brings allows them to hear the whispers of their soul, the subtle messages that are often lost in the cacophony of daily life. Solitude is also a tool for healing. It offers a respite, a time for the mind and the body to recover and rejuvenate. In solitude, highly spiritual people can confront their fears, their worries, their doubts, and work through them. It's a time to shed off the burdens of the past and the anxieties of the future, to cleanse their spirit, and to emerge stronger and more centered. Moreover, solitude is a conduit to the universe. In the silence of solitude, highly spiritual individuals can attune themselves to the rhythm of the cosmos, to the ebb and flow of energy that permeates all existence. They can feel their interconnectedness with the universe, realizing that they are not separate entities but part of a grand, intricate web of life. It's in solitude that they can meditate, pray, or engage in whatever spiritual practice they follow, unencumbered by the demands of the world. They can delve deep into the mysteries of the universe, seeking wisdom and understanding, seeking answers to the existential questions that have puzzled humankind for ages. Yet appreciating solitude doesn't mean shunning human connection. Highly spiritual people understand the value of relationships, the joy of shared experiences, the warmth of love and companionship. However, they also recognize the importance of balancing social interaction with periods of solitude. They understand that to truly connect with others, they first need to connect with themselves. Let's not mistake solitude for loneliness. Loneliness is a state of emotional distress, a feeling of isolation even when surrounded by people. Solitude, on the other hand, is a conscious choice, a decision to spend time alone for self-reflection and spiritual growth. Highly spiritual people are comfortable with their own company. They cherish the moments of solitude because they know that it's in these moments that they grow, that they evolve, that they become more attuned to their true selves and to the universe. So, the next time you find yourself alone, instead of feeling anxious or bored, try to embrace the solitude. Listen to the silence, dive into your thoughts, and maybe, just maybe, you'll discover a piece of the universe within you. The appreciation for solitude is another aspect that defines highly spiritual people. The journey of spirituality is a personal one, and solitude often serves as a companion on this path. So, let's appreciate the solitude, for it's in the quiet moments of introspection that we can truly connect with ourselves and the universe. Highly spiritual people have a unique ability to live in the present. Picture this. You're walking through a forest. The leaves rustle beneath your feet. The wind whispers through the trees. You can smell the earthy fragrance of the undergrowth. You hear a bird singing somewhere far away. You're not thinking about the meeting you have tomorrow or the argument you had yesterday. You're just there, in the forest, in the moment. That is the power of living in the present, and it's a power that highly spiritual people harness every day. Highly spiritual people understand that the past is a memory, and the future is a projection. The only thing that truly exists is the present moment. They know that dwelling in the past can lead to regret, and worrying about the future can cause anxiety. Instead, they choose to live in the now. They practice mindfulness, a form of meditation where one focuses their full attention on the present moment, accepting it without judgment. It's about being fully engaged with whatever we are doing at the moment, free from distractions or the pull of external pressures. You see, living in the present is not just about forgetting the past or ignoring the future. It's about acknowledging and accepting what is happening right now, in this very moment. It's about letting go of the need to control every detail of our lives and allowing ourselves to just be. Mindfulness, which is a key part of living in the present, is often practiced through meditation. But it's more than just sitting in a quiet room with your eyes closed. It's about developing an awareness of our thoughts, emotions, sensations, and the world around us. It's about recognizing that we are not our thoughts or feelings, and that they come and go like the passing wind. This understanding allows spiritual individuals to create a space between themselves and their reactions, breaking down the cycle of old and automatic reactions. Highly spiritual people understand the value of this practice. They know that by living in the present, they can experience life more fully. They appreciate the simple joys that each moment brings, whether it's the warmth of the sun on their skin, the taste of a delicious meal, or the sound of a loved one's laughter. Living in the present also allows highly spiritual people to connect more deeply with others. When we are fully present, we listen better, perceive more accurately, and empathize more deeply. We become better friends, partners, and family members. But perhaps the greatest benefit of living in the present is the peace it brings. Highly spiritual people know that peace doesn't come from having everything in life perfect and under control. It comes from accepting life as it is, with all its ups and downs. It comes from knowing that no matter what happens, you have the ability to handle it, because you are grounded in the present moment. So, living in the present is not just a philosophy or a nice idea. It's a way of life. It's a practice, a commitment to the here and now. It's a path to peace, joy, and deep spiritual connection. It's not always easy and it takes practice, but the rewards are immeasurable. Living in the present is a key characteristic of highly spiritual people. It's a practice that enables them to live life more fully, connect more deeply with others, and experience a profound sense of peace. And the beautiful thing is, it's a practice that's available to all of us, no matter where we are on our spiritual journey. We've explored the unique world of highly spiritual people. But what does this mean for you? We've journeyed through the fascinating landscape of spirituality, delving into the hearts and minds of those who live their lives deeply connected to the universe. We've discovered their unique perspective on the world, their capacity for empathy and compassion, their appreciation for solitude, and their ability to live fully in the present moment. As we've seen, understanding spirituality is not a straightforward task. It's a multifaceted concept that encompasses a wide array of beliefs, practices, and experiences. Yet, at its core, spirituality is about seeking a higher purpose, seeking meaning and making connections with oneself, with others, with the universe. We've delved into the world of highly spiritual people, those who feel a profound connection to the universe. This connection, as we've discussed, isn't about a physical link, but a deep, emotional, and psychological bond. It's about feeling a part of something much larger than oneself, about feeling the energy of the universe flow through you, and about seeing the interconnectedness of all things. We've explored how highly spiritual people possess a heightened sense of empathy and compassion. They're able to feel deeply the emotions of others and have a strong desire to alleviate suffering. This empathy and compassion are not confined to humans alone, but extend to all living beings and the environment. We've also learned about the appreciation for solitude that highly spiritual people often have. It's not about isolation or loneliness, but about taking the time to reflect, to go inward, to connect with oneself. Solitude for them is a path to self-discovery, self-understanding, and personal growth. And lastly, we've discussed the importance of living in the present moment. Highly spiritual people understand that the past is behind us, and the future is yet to come. The only moment we truly have is the present one, and it's in this moment that life unfolds. They strive to be fully present, to experience each moment to its fullest, and to accept life as it comes, with its joys and sorrows, its triumphs and challenges. So what does this mean for you? Well, each one of us is on our own unique journey. You may find resonance with some aspects of spirituality we've discussed today and not with others, and that's perfectly fine. Spirituality is not a one-size-fits-all concept. It's deeply personal and unique to each individual. Perhaps these insights have sparked a curiosity within you, an interest to explore your own spirituality. Or perhaps they've given you a fresh perspective, a new way of understanding and appreciating the spiritual journey of others. Whatever the case may be, I encourage you to keep exploring, keep learning, and keep growing. Remember, spirituality is not a destination, but a journey. It's about the path you take, the experiences you have along the way, and the transformation you undergo as a result. It's about seeking and finding, questioning and discovering, growing and evolving. So, wherever you are on your spiritual journey, whether you're just setting out or have been on the path for a while, embrace it. Embrace the uncertainty, the questions, the doubts, the discoveries, the growth. Embrace the journey. Remember, spirituality is a personal journey. So, wherever you are on your journey, embrace it and continue to explore, learn, and grow.